Yo yodels, brodels, and brodettes. Here I am with another Q&A for Unspeakable Acts. I'm going to give it a few minutes for folks to start coming in. Hope you all can join me. And I know it's an older project of mine, but I'm still proud of it. So that's why I've been showing it as of recently. I think it didn't get the love and attention it deserved. So I'm trying to do that on the Twitch, and this is my birth month, so I figured it'd be the best time to try and do that. So, yeah. In this one, I'll try not to spoil too much. In the last video, my character and his older brother decide they're going to rob a bank. But in order to rob a bank, they need to procure weaponry, guns. So, this is the scene where they go to get those resources, and hilarity ensues. I gotta tell you, this is probably one of my favorite chapters. I guess would it be a chapter? It's pretty short. I mean, it's all pretty short. Segment. Let's call it a segment. This is probably one of my favorite segments, and yeah, I don't want to describe it too much. Here I heard coughing. Those odd, damn ghosts. Anyway, I do hope y'all enjoy it. Like I said, this is probably one of the most fun shoots that we did, and yeah, I really enjoyed shooting this, and for most of my gags for the movie, I took inspiration from like old comedy troupes like the Marx Brothers, Buster Keaton, who was a silent film star, in case people don't know. Um, I think he was operating around the same time as Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin just got more attention. Which, fun fact, Charlie Chaplin was the first world superstar. So, in case you learned something there. He was known all around the world, but he overshadowed some other folks like Buster Keaton. Although Buster Keaton had his fan base, but yeah, he was a good silent film star. And before making this film, I watched a lot of his work, which it's weird because it kind of goes full circle. Because a lot of movies were almost like YouTube shorts in a way. Uh, Not all of them were like feature length, as we understand feature length today. Sometimes they were 10 minutes, sometimes they were 5 minutes, sometimes they were an hour. It varied, but it was pretty cool. It was really fun watching those films, doing my research for this project, and I hope I was able to capture that fun and excitement that those movies created back in the day. That's why I played them for you today, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you'd be so kind, once I record and save the video in the archive, I'm going to put it on the YouTube as well. So go check it out there. If you can share and like, I'd certainly appreciate it. That would make me happy. It'd be a fantastic birthday gift for me. As I said, this is for my birth month. Yes. I'm going to get started in a minute here. It's a bummer. Nobody's showing up here. Oh, well, I did my best. I'll let people know. Alright, I think it's about time to start the show. Hopefully folks come in. All right, and this is Duping the Gun Dealer. Alright. Oh, we got a viewer. Hope you got to enjoy some of that. That was, again, Duping the Gun Dealer. Let me get that out of frame there. So you see my beautiful face. Hey. Thanks for coming by. I hope you were able to catch some of it. If you have any questions, just pop them up in the chat over... Nope. That way. I can't get used to the mirror. That way. There we go. Chat over there. Anyway, while you're thinking of questions, I'll just start talking about the video we just watched. So that was Duping the Gun Dealer. We had shot that at my old house, and the gun dealer was actually my uncle, CJ. He's an awesome guy. He's in a band. He's a phenomenal musician. I think this was like his first acting job. I think I'd have to ask him. But yeah, I think he did a fine job, and the gag we used there was something I borrowed from the Marx Brothers. They did a bit where they were messing with this guy, and they kept passing a hat between each other, just out of reach of him. And I liked the gag, so I did my own version of it with guns, and I thought it was pretty humorous, but I'm a little biased. And so yeah, and the van was full of what's the word? Airsoft guns. I blanked. Excuse me. So I refuse to use real guns because I don't want to endanger folks. And a lot of airsoft guns will have an orange tip at the end. A lot of people like to put black marker on the orange tips to make them look real for film. I never liked that because sometimes police would come and see what you're doing, and they'd see guns and they'd get worried, as I think most people would. So what I would do is I would put electrical tape on the orange tips, because when you did marker, it took a while. You had to wipe it off, and then when you wanted to commence filming, you had to draw it all back on, and that took so much time. So I would do electrical tape, so that way I could peel it off, pop it back on, and we can get back to shooting. So just a little trick I used to do, and yeah. As you can tell, my brother in the film, he hid the guns in what some folks would call the old prison pocket of the rear end there. Because hey, my inner 12-year-old likes that potty humor, and yeah, and so at the end he ends up taking those weapons out, and I refused the handgun because that was up there pretty deep from the looks of it. So yeah, and that was again, that was Duping the Gun Dealer. So I'm just giving a minute. If there's any questions, I will field those, and if not, I will wish you a wonderful night or day, depending on wherever you are. And I appreciate you showing up. Do, 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 do. All right. Well, I'm sad I didn't get a big audience for this one, because again, this is probably one of my favorite segments that we shot, and I think it was amusing. If they didn't people didn't show up, then they missed out, I say. All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to call it. Hopefully there'll be more folks around tomorrow. Thank you for whoever was watching. I appreciate you. and you have yourself a wonderful day, year, life, and all those things. Peace, chicken grease.